Long pants, yes. He is the actual captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name is Ross. He's in our Facebook.
Were you guys able to contain Ross?
Yeah, no, he wasn't really an issue out there. Like I said, the Stars, they made improvements to their team.
Yeah.
Their team, but it's not a drastic improvement where you can say, whoa, you know, this team's bringing in ringers and stuff like that.
Right.
They may have added a couple of guys, but it really did not improve their game that much.
What I like about those guys is they have the right attitude.
Yeah, you know what it is? They come in there, they remind me of like us when we first started out, or even us now. It's just we go out there, we play our game, we don't play dirty. I have nothing bad to say about their team at all. You know, they played good. They played how should I say? They played clean. Not like some of the other teams, you know, Euros.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but this is a team that I don't mean this disrespectfully, but this is a team that probably I would say all the other teams in our division, with the exception of IKEA, because we know nothing about those guys.
Yeah.
But pretty much most of those teams are going to strip this team of 3 points every single game. So really, in reality, it's a team that we can't really afford to lose to.
Yeah.
The Stars, the Cannons, whatever, right? Because every other team's going to be beating these guys. And
they're a team that, you know, we shouldn't be underestimating them, but they are a team that, you know, we should have easily taken care of and got the 3 point. But there are other teams in our division that we can take points off of. Like our next game is Litemode. We played really, really well against them the last game. It's just kind of going into our last game, we didn't have the pressure. Because we knew we were already out. So as soon as we were up 3-1, we could have cinched back and played a little bit more smarter. Played defensively and held them.
Litemode's one of those teams that it's that one team that realistically probably only beat us once out of the 4 times we played them, and it's so sad. That's a team that I remember last season, at least the first time we played them, it was the post that killed us because we hit the post like 4 times. And that 5-4 loss at the end was more of a, I think it was just Energy's morale was down after we saw them come back 4-1, 4-2, 3-4, 4, and it was just kind of like, you know, we joked around about not being like the Maple Leafs, but that was pretty much a Maple Leafs kind of loss, right?
Basically, yeah, that's what happened. It's just, you know what it was, is we had no pressure on to win that game, or I'll tell you one thing, we played a lot more stricter that game if we knew we had a playoff shot. If it came down to that game winning or losing, I can almost guarantee you we wouldn't have gave up those 3 goals for them to come back.
Yeah. And,
we have revenge set on our minds this week.
Against Litemode.
We play them in the new season, new guys, new roster,
and
looking forward to playing against them.
Yeah, and Litemode definitely starting off with a quick bang. You know, they got the 4 points on the chart there.
Yeah.
They tied IKEA Vaughan 1-1. Is that something to worry about, or is that just something?
No. It actually gives some kind of sight on what our group is actually like without not actually seeing the other teams play.
Right.
Because we know how the Stars are, we know how Litemode is. Now, by IKEA tying Litemode, it just says that they're basically on the same page as Litemode, and we can beat Litemode.
Right.
So, and it looks like GTA United is where there's going to be a question mark, because they're in the second session when we played, they were like an amazing team. They were first, and they were kind of blowing by everybody. The last session, they played Division 5, and they finished last.
Right, amazing. And they're already last place right now. They lost to Boca Seniors, which is amazing, because the Seniors themselves lost to, who the hell did the Seniors lose to? Was it Litemode? Yeah, I think it was Litemode. Litemode played Boca first, and Litemode was able to beat those guys, and then Litemode tied IKEA Vaughan, you know. So, I mean, Litemode isn't one of those crappy teams, but it's definitely one of those teams that if everybody plays their A game, the result should come.
Yeah. Oh, no, definitely. That just gives the only team that I really don't know anything about are the Barca Seniors.
Yeah.
Or the Boca Seniors, sorry.
Right, yeah.
But the other teams, like, I think this group is going to be a lot tighter than it was last session. Last session was really tight too, but I have a feeling that this session, like, we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
hopefully we can get our first playoff berth. Because out of the 6 teams, we just have to finish in the top 4, and I believe that we can definitely do that with the improvements that we have been making. From going, like you were saying, about our plus-minus, from going to minus 50 to minus 30 to minus 15.
Yeah.
And I can only see that getting better.
Yeah. And how's Lopapolo's, how's his attitude in the team right now? Is he planning on staying? Because even games where you guys lose 2-1, 2-0, or even 1-0, he seems to take the biggest morale kick. You know, he feels like he's the one that lets the team down. When in fact, if anything, he just makes those losses less painful than they would have been. You know, losses that we would have lost 10-1, 10-2 were reduced to 3-1 or 3-2 or 1-0 even.
Yeah, there are times last session when we were unstable in the back D that he really stood out for us. He was our last line right there as our goalie. And, we're grateful that we have such a goalie to kind of rely on.
Yeah, and he's come a long way too. I mean, I hear him out there communicating more with the guys and saying move up, move down, or attack that guy, attack this guy.
Definitely, that's what I was working on last session.
Because he's got the bird's eye, not necessarily a bird's eye view, but he's got a great vantage point from the back there. And can direct at the little pawn, if you will, and say, okay, attack that guy, attack this guy, blah blah. Because I feel like sometimes what happens with the defenders out there is they don't know whether to stick close to the net or go out to attack. And by the time they make that choice, boom, you got 2-3 guys rushing in on you.
Yeah, our problem was our defenders are not sticking with their strikers.
Right.
So we think that they're kind of like right behind us, but really they're like 2-3 strides up behind us.
Yeah.
So when that happens, if a ball does get by us, then they're off to the races basically with the goalie. And you can't really blame GG for any of those goals that we give up. So he has made improvements with definitely communicating with the D.
Right.
And like I said, we're just going to get better as we play, right? The more we play, the better we're going to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you made any additions to the team this year?
Yes, we have made a couple additions. We've brought in a player by the name of Chun.
Oh, Chun, yeah.
He is an actual full-time goalie.
Yeah.
But we already stated ahead of his contract signing that he will be playing as a player, a forward or a defense.
Right.
He understands that if need be, he will resort to going in net. But we have assured Anthony that his position between the pipes is one that's going to stay.
Yeah. Chun should definitely bring some speed.
Yes, that's what I've been hearing
to the team. Yeah.
Speed. Another player that we added is young defenseman, Mark. He was brought in by Eugene, and he's going to help us out on defense. He's got some good defensive, how do you say, presence.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing out there on the back end. Vince we have from season 2. He's going to really help us out up front. Who else do we have? I may be missing somebody, but at this point right now, I think that's the color I can think of right now.
Right. And how's your how are your forwards coming together? Are they playing a lot better with each other?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like last session we lost, or actually this session I should say, we lost Jorge.
That's a lot of size you're losing up there.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of size up front, but for skill level with the addition of Vince up front,
should be okay.
Yes, I think definitely. Like he's got some really good forward work. I'm not saying that Jorge didn't.
Right.
Jorge did have skill up there, and he was really kind of hard on the ball. Like it wasn't that easy to knock him off of it.
Yeah.
Another player, sorry, just popped in my head right now is Sev.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of our defensive midfield, and he really first game he really impressed me. So he's another guy you have to watch out for early.